Hi! If you found yourself to this video, you are most likely a woman in STEM who is looking for a job. Now, I know from personal experience, as a woman in STEM looking for a job, how time-consuming, stressful, and heartbreaking the whole experience can be. And if I'm honest, it's actually a really lonely process as well, because I just didn't feel like I could talk to my colleagues about moving jobs at the time I was searching. So you're rocking up to work every day, pretending everything's fine, but you're actually just really on edge because you are trying to search for a job, and that's just known to be a pretty stressful thing to do. So I created this job seeking blueprint to remedy that for women in STEM. There are a couple of reasons I created it. So firstly, as I said before, it's to help save that time and stress by giving women in STEM that structure to their job search. So this is a simple 5-stage job search process that anyone can follow. So that's why I've called it a blueprint. And that kind of gives you all the tools and strategies you need to go ahead and land a job that you're gonna love. Now, I mentioned landing a job that you love because the second reason that I created this blueprint is because my personal mission is to increase the amount of women in STEM so that we can achieve gender equality. And the way we're going to do that is to try and retain as many women in the STEM industry as possible. And in order to do that, we need more women to love the jobs that they end up working at. So again, this job seeking blueprint is going to help you structure the way that you think about searching for a job, understanding, going to the roots of what you really, really want out of a job so that you're really clear before you kind of go forth and do that. So that's why I created the job seeking blueprint, but I also wanted to tell you a little bit about my own experiences. So I worked for about 8 years in the construction industry as a mechanical engineer. And throughout that time, I worked for several global engineering companies across Australia and the UK. Now, every time I searched for a new job, I went through the whole time-consuming, stressful process and this whole loneliness, and I just felt like I had no support. I also felt like I was just expected to know how to do all of this stuff perfectly. I don't know about you, but no one ever taught me how to write a CV and cover letter. I had no idea how to structure those things. I never really knew how to search for a job apart from looking at job websites. I also had no idea how to prepare myself for an interview or negotiate the terms of my offer, or even just to read my contract. I don't like reading contracts at the best of times. And, with 50 to 100 pages of tiny text, you just need to know exactly what to look out for. So through my own experience, I learnt how to get through these things, and I had a really structured way of doing it. The other thing is, I also know a lot about job seeking because I've been on the other side of the table. So I have been a hiring manager of an engineering team before, and I managed to grow the team from 20 to 30 team members during that time. So that meant I had so much recruiting to do. I looked through so many CVs and cover letters, and I interviewed a lot of people. So throughout that time, I saw a lot of things that worked really well, and I saw a lot of things that didn't work well at all. So with all of that knowledge that I've got from being on both sides of the interview table, I packaged all of that knowledge up so that you could just have one resource to go and look into without having to, cherry pick little bits of information from websites or from asking different people. So this is a simple 5-stage process that you can follow, to successfully land a job, but not just any job, a job that you will be confident that you're going to love when you step into that workplace. So if this sounds like something that you would like to have in your repertoire of knowledge, especially if you're going through this whole stressful job search process right now, go ahead and check out the details on my webpage, which I'll leave a link to below. I'll also put this video on the webpage as well, so you'll just be able to scroll down if you're there already. If you have any questions, please get in contact with me. My contact details are all on my website at www.tiffanydawson.co. But until then, happy job seeking!